Good afternoon. And it really is noon. Okay, how many booths have you all hit before? Hey, there's a familiar face. How many have already made their first round to all the tables? Sort of, kind of? All right. And who's been to SF Veg Fest before? All right. Do you like this new space? Yay. And we have quite a few new vendors, so make sure you get around to as many as possible because we've got some great ones out there. But
come back for all the cooking.
yes. But we're all here as people are trickling in. Of course, we are here for the cooking demos. And now I just want to make sure you guys know you're in the right room. Okay. This is chef demo. This is where we're going to have something to eat really good. Okay. Let's try it out. So our first chef up is Lisa Books Williams.
Yes.
I made sure I didn't spell that without the R. She is a plant-based chef, educator, instructor, chocolatier, and a proud vegucator. She has been sharing the joys of plant-based living throughout the Bay Area for over 2 decades. That's 20 years, y'all. Just in case you weren't sure what that meant. She's a licensed Food for Life instructor with PCRM. She's helped develop the plant-based program at Kaiser Permanente. Let's give a shout out for that. Woohoo! And she has earned top earners, including Vegan Iron Chef. What? Vegan Iron Chef San Francisco and Best of Raw New York City. She's a lifetime member of the San Francisco Vegan Society. Yay! So let's give her a very warm welcome as she creates nutritious fall dishes.
Yay! Oh, well, thank you, everybody. I'm really happy to be here. Thank you, SFVS, for inviting me to be here. I love it. And I know management has changed and everything, but the true nature of veganism and community has not changed, right? Everybody? And so I want to tell you right now, in my demo, you're not going to have any fake meat. You're not going to have any oil, and you're not going to have anything deep fried. So if you want to leave, that's okay. All right? So I like to do things whole foods, plant-based. And so basically it's just like it sounds. It's eating God food. I like to call it that. I'm a proud Jewish woman, and I think that God loves this type of food for our bodies. Whoever you choose or whomever you choose to call your higher power. And I came all the way from Pleasanton, and I brought my wonderful friend and assistant and business manager, Melissa from Danville. It's great. So during the holidays, we have to deal with family, and that is stressful, right? That's stressful. But you know what else is stressful? Is trying to make food good for the holidays, right, and everything. So how about if today I give you a Whole Foods plant-based holiday meal? You like that? Okay. Now, I'm not going to make a tofurkey or, those frozen things like that, but we're going to be able to try a whole bunch of the other things. How do you think about that, everybody? That sounds good? Okay. Well, one of the first things that I wanted to share with you is nog. So I'm from Pennsylvania, and that was something that was always popular. Eggnog, which is made with heavy cream, sugar, eggs, and causes death. You all realize, so we should call it death nog. So I want to teach you a really fun, delicious, raw, vegan version that is super duper easy. Are y'all ready for that? Okay. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take a quart of plant milk. So I'm just going to use almond milk. You can use oat milk, as long as it's unsweetened, okay? All right, so we're going to put our plant milk in there, okay? And if you want to make your own raw almond milk or raw watermelon milk or whatever you want, as long as it doesn't come from something that goes moo or bah or any other sound like that, okay? So faceless milk, how's that? MYLK, how's that, everybody? All right, now what we're going to do next, we're going to put in one of the oldest foods that is mentioned throughout history as one of the ancient foods, and that is dates. Dates are full of potassium and they're full of magnesium that help your bones. You know what sugar does? It does not help your bones. It destroys your teeth, and it is mean, but dates are good. Everybody say, dates are good. Dates are good. I love dates. I'm going to eat more dates after this. All right. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take dates here, and we have got some medjool dates, but I always check them to make sure there's no pit inside, okay? So we're just going to stick them on in there, and these are soft and delicious. And the dessert that we're going to have today is made with dates and raisins. What do you think about that? All right? Okay. All right, great. So I'm putting the dates in. And if you do not have a Vitamix, what you want to do is you want to take your dates and you want to soak them in warm or hot water for a while if you just have a regular blender, okay? But the Vitamix should be up to the task. Everybody cool with that? All right, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to put in a whole vanilla bean. Now, people say to me, Lisa, vanilla beans are expensive. Well, alcohol, vanilla extract is soaked in alcohol. And if you don't want any alcohol in your body, use the whole bean. Now, another thing that I like to do is I like to buy ground vanilla bean powder. It's expensive, but you're worth it. You're not eating filet mignon. You're not eating lobsters. Give yourself a vanilla bean. They're sexy. They're from the orchid plant. There's a lot of myth and lore around the vanilla bean orchid. So I always have kitchen scissors, and I'm going to chop up my vanilla bean. And that is something that I love to also put in my green smoothies. It elevates your green smoothie when you put a vanilla bean in there. And are you worth it? Yes. Okay, you're all worth it. That's wonderful. Okay, we're also going to put in some spices. And so the one spice that we're going to put in is going to be nutmeg. And so I like to buy my spices in bulk because I'm a chef and I use a lot of spices. And what I want to tell you is if you have your mother's spices on your shelf in an old metal McCormick can, get rid of them. Everybody, they have lost all of their essential oils. They've lost all of their flavoring. So store your spices in glass. Gotcha? All right, so we're going to put in some nutmeg, all right? And you might be asking, what about the recipe, Lisa? Well, I want you to know that I'm almost 60 years old and I am modern technology now. So I have a scan code, so I'm going to pass this around, and what you can do is this will take you right to a Google Doc link. Is that okay, everybody? Now, if you are not that modern, you can come up afterwards and you can take a photo with your phone. Is that cool? All right? Okay, so I'm going to pass that around, Hillary. Okay, all right, everybody, don't worry. You're all going to be able to get the recipes here today, whether you take a photo with your phone, but this is much easier to do it this way, all right? So we're putting in about a half a teaspoon of nutmeg into our nog, which is great. And then we're going to put in a quarter teaspoon of cinnamon. And I like the Saigon cinnamon. You can also put in the Ceylon cinnamon. Cinnamon is great. It's a great antioxidant and great anti-inflammatory. So we're going to put the cinnamon in there. And we're going to put in a pinch of Himalayan salt, pink salt. And salt, table salt, isn't good for your body. But Himalayan salt is a little bit better. I don't recommend using a lot of salt, but a pinch in your nog is not going to be the end of the world, everybody. I just want you to know that. So instead of heavy cream, we are using nature's fat, which are macadamia nuts. So we're going to put some macadamia nuts in here. Okay, so we're going to put in a nice handful of the macadamia nuts. About a half a cup, Oh,
So you have to change your drive, the file itself, to say when you're sharing it,
okay.
to say anyone with the link have access. Now we're going to get live emails that say you're requesting access.
Okay, and I will give you access. I will give everybody access when I get home. I had another person do it for me. I'm busy. In addition, so also I'm going to add a little bit of non-GMO soy lecithin in there to just help with the emulsification of our nice nog. This is going to help it to be really great and creamy. And these are non-GMO soy lecithin granules, right? And so this helps to coat the nervous system. Yes? Sunflower lecithin is great. I just do a lot with Loving Hut. Have you all heard of Loving Hut? Right? And so my homies at Loving Hut, I got this from them. It's organic. So everything is organic that we're doing today. And we're going to put in, oh, what's that? Yes, it's wonderful. And we're going to put in some bananas here. So let's go ahead and stick some bananas into our nice nog. And I like to have frozen bananas on hand all the time. So we're going to put the bananas in. And since I don't have the frozen bananas, thank you. Since I don't have the frozen bananas, I'm going to put in some ice cubes. Okay? Brought some ice from Pleasanton. Okay. And I drink, my water filtration system is reverse osmosis. And I also have that for my ice. Because I got to tell you, there's lots of weird stuff hanging out in the water pipes, everybody. Okay. All right. So what do you think? Do you think this is going to be good? Or do you think it's going to suck? Good. All right. What do you think, Melissa?
It's going to be delicious.
You think so? Okay. All right. And I'm going to put it on smoothie setting. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Now, did you want to serve everything at once, or you want to start? Yeah. Okay. So let me just tell them something real quick. All right. So what I wanted to tell you real quick.
You want to shut this off?
No, it's okay. I made some at home because I want to make sure all of you get some. So one is made with pecan milk, and the other is made with walnut oat milk. Okay? Here we go. It's the exact same thing. There you go.
You're going to go serve it.
Yeah.
You need to say almond oat, which is
No, just... Right? So in case you didn't hear me, I made 2 batches before I got here. One is made with pecan milk, which is absolutely fabulous, and the other is made with a walnut oat milk. Okay, so look at this. And can I have a little sample cup to try? Because I have to make sure it's good enough for everybody, right? And then Melissa will try it too. All right, thank you. All right, Melissa, so let's see if it's good enough for SFVS people, okay? Let's see if we're good, if we're okay. All right,
All right.
Cheers.
Toast.
Cheers. Yay. Ooh, delicious. Should I make it a little sweeter, do you think?
I like it just the way it is.
Mm-hmm.
Not too sweet.
I think it's perfect. Okay, and you might want to make it a little sweeter at home. If you do, what are we going to add? More dates. That's right. We're going to add more dates. Okay. All right. And so, here you go. Sure, and I need this back soon.
Okay.
Okay? All right. So, that is something that is really wonderful and easy. If you want to make it a naughty nog, you can add some brandy or rum to it and serve it to your guests. But the alcohol kind of defeats the purpose of the raw veganness. Does everybody kind of get that, right? Okay. So what I also have for everybody is and Melissa will bring out. It's made with chestnuts. You want to bring out the stuffing? Sure. And how many of you have had chestnuts before? Okay? Chestnuts are full of fiber and they're full of iron, right? And so if you're not eating chestnuts, I want you to start eating chestnuts. If you go to Ranch 99, get the steamed chestnuts, and they are absolutely wonderful, delicious. The French have been eating them for centuries. That's one of their favorite things to eat. They use it in pastries all the time. So I used chestnuts in the stuffing recipe, and I used veggie sausage and Granny Smith apples. So and listen, if you are using that, what's that stuff in a box? Stuff, right? What is that stuffing in a box? Stovetop. Don't use stovetop. You are better than that, everybody. And so this is wonderful with chestnuts, the veggie sausage, the onions, the celery, the fresh sage, and it is really a delicious sausage. So on top of your stuffing, we are going to serve some delicious mushroom gravy. Now, gravy is great on top of potatoes. It's even better on top of stuffing. So the key to making the gravy, everyone, is you're going to use fresh mushrooms, and you can also add some dried mushrooms. Use a veggie broth. And you can blend it with an immersion blender. Okay? And I will let you see what it looks like. Okay. Look at this. Look, gravy. And I want you to know if there is a lump in it, it's from mushrooms and not because I don't know what I'm doing. How's that? So, that's right. Now, the next thing that we have for you today is we also have a butternut squash bisque. So, does anybody know what makes it a bisque? You're blending it, right? You're blending it, and traditional bisques have cream, but I didn't use cream. Instead, I used a little bit of coconut creamer. And so this is absolutely fabulous. And you know what the key ingredient in this is, everybody? The squash and the pumpkin. And my friends from Africa taught me a secret. They add peanut butter to their squash. And peanuts in Africa is a big source of protein. So I was like, I'm going to add peanuts to my butternut squash bisque. And look at that, everybody. And so this is pumpkin and butternut squash. Pumpkin and butternut squash that you are going to have in a little while. And this is delicious, served with chopped peanuts on top. And when it comes to veggie broth, what I wanted to let you know, everyone, from an eco perspective, it makes more sense to buy the veggie bouillon. So if you are not using Rapunzel or Edwards and Sons or Organic Gourmet, start doing it. Don't buy the boxes. They're horrible on the environment. And if you can't make your own, I love these, and there's no MSG in them. And I will leave these over at the table for you to take a look at. So, yeah, let me show. Thank you so much. So I want to show you. So do you want the soup first, or do you want the stuffing and gravy? Soup first, okay. All right, okay. So you can see we have another stuffing in the back, and it smells wonderful. Look at that. Look at that. And we're going to serve that to you with some mushroom gravy on top. But what goes really well with gravy and stuffing? Cranberries. And right, I'm not talking about the 90s pop group either. So I've got some fresh cranberries. And I'm from Pennsylvania, and during the holidays, my mother would open this can of this gelatinous, gooey creature and plop it out. And that was supposed to be the cranberry relish, during the holidays. That is disgusting, y'all. It's made with high fructose corn syrup. You know what high fructose corn syrup does to you? It gives you diabetes. Who here wants diabetes? No. All right? So I'm going to teach you how to make a really delicious relish that won't give you diabetes. How's that? All right? And so, okay. I know we were having all these issues with this. Okay. So the first thing that we're going to do is we are going to zest the orange. So this is a microplaner, and we are just going to go like this, and we are going to microplane. How much time do I have, Hillary? How much time? Oh, good. Okay. We're going to make it, everybody. Don't be upset. We're going to... So when I'm going and I'm zesting here, what's happening is I am not going into the white part. The white part is the pith, and the pith is bitter. So we don't want that. We want to just get this top part of the orange. So what I do is I wash my oranges like I wash my hands with the Myers hand soap. Okay? And this is really important because when you're using the zest, you want to make sure that you wash your citrus very, very well, because you could have had some weirdo pick your orange and there could be something weird on there. So, and I don't want you to have weirdo germs. So that's why I wash everything really, really well. Okay? It can also be nice to have weirdo germs, but E. coli isn't the best thing. All right? And then, Melissa, I'll let you do the other orange. Sure. You can do it over the bowl if you want to, or you could do it over here. All right? Okay, sure. And so what we're going to do, everybody, is I'm going to... Now we got... Oh, my gosh. Well, would you take that into the kitchen for them to wash it for me? I'm sorry. I'm going to peel it. Tell her to wash it really well, and then we're going to peel it because we need it for the recipe. All right, so while that is being washed off and peeled, I have Fuji apple here, and I also have some apples from my friend's tree. So I've got some Fuji apple, and I also have some Golden Delicious apple. What do you all think about the nog so far, everybody? Okay. Oh, sure. Okay. There's 2 pages to take a photo of, so I'm using one of the pages right now. Okay. And then we'll leave this up here for everybody if you need to take a photo. So we're putting the apple in here. And this is great. Apples, I'm where I'm from in Pennsylvania, they call apples nature's toothbrush. So we're putting the apple in here. And wait till you see what else is going to go into our relish. Some things that maybe you never thought of before that would be good in a relish. So we are going to greenify our relish by putting in a bunch of mint. Okay, yeah, go ahead and stick it in there. And then I dropped the orange. Well, it rolled off the floor. I didn't really drop it, but you know. And then what we're going to do, Melissa, is we're going to peel it. Okay.
Peel the orange?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. This is going to be so delicious. You're going to be like, I can't believe that I've never had relish like this before. Okay.
Out the bowl now?
Oh. Well, we can, no, that's okay. We're going to put the relish in there.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. Okay. And so we're going to peel those oranges. But in the meantime, we are going to take some of this beautiful mint, this fresh mint, which is a member of the catnip family, by the way. And we are going to just go ahead and take the mint off of the stems. For this recipe, you don't want any of the stems because the stems would make it too bitter. Okay? And so this is going to make this taste so nice and so fresh. And you're going to be like, oh my gosh, Lisa, this is amazing. Right? So, did y'all get the soup yet? It's coming? Okay. Well, you'll love it. You're going to have to do like a soup shot. You're going to have to go like that. Okay. And also, I want to just give a shout out to Hillary. She's done a great job with everything. So thank you so much. And Tamika, yes. We appreciate you for all that you've done. Okay. So now let's go ahead and put some spices in for our wonderful relish. So we're going to put in some cinnamon. Okay. And the cinnamon is going to bring out the flavors of everything. And we're also going to put in some allspice. Okay? So we're going to put in some allspice. And we've got these cranberries. And so, how many of you like cranberries? How many of you do, right? And they're really good, and they are full of vitamin C. And you know what else is full of vitamin C, everybody? Pumpkins. Woohoo! Right. Anybody else know what else is great about a pumpkin? Anybody? They're festive. They're full of fiber. If your dog is constipated or has diarrhea, you give them pumpkin. If they have a stomach ache. So if it's good enough for your dog, it's good enough for you. What do you think about that, everybody? Okay. Yes. Did somebody say they had a question? Or, oh, okay. I thought somebody said they had a question. All right. So we're going to just cut up the orange. And we are going to put the orange in here. And they are going to, I think they're getting the stuffing ready for everybody. And the soup. Okay? I want to tell you, and Hillary will tell you too, nobody else is going to give you a full meal today. Right, Hillary?
She's very ambitious.
Yes, I'm very ambitious. And so I'd love for you all to be able to come by my booth. I'm in the St. Francis Hall, and I have whole food plant-based milkshakes and cookies without oil, persimmon bread, raw granolas, and I did make one treat that is a little decadent, but you got to come over and see what it is. Okay? The raw vegan milkshakes, I'm doing cacao or strawberry, and not fake ice cream, all whole food, plant-based. Okay.
A separate dish. So do you want those in the little dishes you brought, or do you want them served with the gravy and stuffing?
So, no. So, do you want the cranberry relish served with the stuffing and gravy? Yeah. You want that? Okay.
All right.
Okay.
When we get this ready, then we'll get the stuffing.
Right? So, we put this in a food processor, everybody. And we're just going to let it go. And this is going to make a wonderful relish. But we have one more ingredient. We're going to put in some agave nectar. Because without the agave nectar, it's going to be really sour. Okay? People ask me sometimes where I get the inspiration for my recipes, and I just meditate, and they come to me. And so your body will help you to know what you need. Look at that. OMG. All right, do we have a tasting spoon? Sure. I'll just take 2 of them. Thank you. All right. They're just going to love having the gravy and the stuffing. Thank you. All right, Melissa, we need to see. We need to see if we need to put anything else, in here. And I don't want you to get upset. I used Cynthia's apple instead of your apple. Okay? But I used your apple in the stuffing.
Okay.
All right? So that's okay. All right. Perfect.
Fresh.
Fresh.
Thank you.
Yes. And Melissa, I'm not going to put more agave in here. I think this is good. Okay? So here we go, everybody. This is going to be some really healthy, delicious, and nutritious cranberry relish.
I need a spatula.
Okay? Here we go.
I'll get you a spatula.
Oh, it's okay. It's all right. Make sure you get a plate for you and Cynthia, too. Okay?
Don't worry, don't worry.
Well, Cynthia wants some. Okay? Oh, of course. All right? And I'll just hold it up for everybody, and then we'll wash this out. Okay?
After this, are you done?
Well, I'm going to talk about the apple pie balls. So everybody see? Look how nice and fresh this is. And you can use this in a smoothie. You can just eat this by itself. It's absolutely wonderful, delicious, and fresh. Okay? How many of you think that you could do something like that? That you could make something, yeah. And you think you can do it? That's great. All right? And so, let's talk about dessert. So, in Pennsylvania, one of the most popular things is apple pie. How many people like apple pie? Right? Okay. How many people know that they use hydrogenated fats and oils in the crust of your apple pie? That's right. Right? And they use high fructose corn syrup in the filling of your apple pie. Right? And what does high fructose corn syrup do? It gives you diabetes. Right? Who wants diabetes? No, okay, right, okay. All right. How would you like to have apple pie that doesn't give you diabetes? All right? Yes, okay. Well, I created a raw vegan apple pie. And this is great. And at my table, I'm selling raw vegan apple pie cookies as well, as along with a bunch of different granolas, right? So you soak and sprout the nuts and seeds, and it is delicious and nutritious, and it's grain-free, y'all. Grain-free. So these are just little protein bites. So what I do is I take the almonds and the walnuts. Walnuts are high in omega-3, and almonds are full of vitamin E. And vitamin E gives you good skin. If you don't eat nuts, you're not going to get the vitamin E. And I hate when people demonize nuts. So it's not like you're going to eat a whole Costco-sized bag of nuts. But having some nuts every single day is really good for you because they're full of protein and they're full of fiber. So in the food processor with the S-Blade, you're going to take your nuts and you're going to take your spices. So what spices go in an apple pie, everybody? Cinnamon, nutmeg, cloves, ginger, right? And a little bit of salt. So you are going to put all of that into the food processor with the S-Blade, and you're going to pulse it until the nuts become crumbly, right? Then you're going to put in your dates and raisins, and also the dried apple rings. You know those ones that you can buy at Trader Joe's in the bag? So you're going to put some of those, and you are going to use the food processor to break those down, and then you add a little bit of vanilla extract and a little bit of water, and then it becomes a dough, and then you take it and you roll it into a ball, and you will see, like I have gloves on, but you see all the natural oils from the nuts coming out through the heat of your hand. And this is better than a Lara bar. It's better than a protein bar, and it's much better than mom's apple pie, because this won't give you diabetes. That's right. So all of you are going to be able to have an apple pie ball. And if this thrills you, come by my table in the St. Francis Hall, have a raw vegan milkshake. So say you get some crappy food, at least have a vegan milkshake. All right? Okay. That's right. And so we will serve these. I don't know how you want to do it, if you want to put them in a little cup or however you want to do it. Okay? Yes. And so I just want to, I'm going to leave my cards and the printed recipes up here. We've been passing around the QR code. If you're done with that, please go ahead and bring that over. And here's just some garbage. Does anybody have any questions that they're dying to know about something veggie or something culinary or about life? Yes.
I noticed the one eggnog was a bit browner than the fresh one that you just made.
Sure, it was the pecan milk. Yeah, the one was made with the pecan milk and the other one was made with the walnut milk. Those are going to be darker than just the almond milk.
So with the raw ingredients, how long would you keep it in the fridge?
So I recommend drinking it right away, but you can keep it for 24 hours. I mean, it's so delicious. And if you have any leftover nog, use it as a smoothie base, right? Or eat it on top of my granola, So, and the nog could be warmed up, but you don't need to do that. Okay. Does anybody else have another question about anything? I think, yes.
You mentioned the stuffing is vegan sausage. What type of vegan sausage do you use?
Sure. So you can use Light Life, or you can use the Trader Joe's vegan sausages, that they have, and just cut them up. And you can use that. You can omit it if you don't want to. But the sage with the sausage is like a traditional flavor, and paired with the chestnuts, it's delicious. It's really, really delicious. So
Chestnuts do stand alone.
right, if you wanted to use Beyond sausage, you could. That is so greasy. Though the Beyond sausages are very, very greasy, but if you're in the mood for grease, then go ahead and use the Beyond. Use the Beyond sausages. And so I wanted to ask you, does anybody else have a question? Anybody? Yeah. Yes.
So you said you work with Loving Hut. They have just a great selection of stuff. What do you do with it?
So, well, what I do is I buy a lot of stuff from so I can come here and teach you classes. So that's what I do with Loving Hut, and also they have an international TV channel, and I filmed videos for them, and they have helped me, like when I've gone to colleges and things like that, to spread veganism. Because as a vegucator, you want to take every opportunity you get to spread the joys of veg, and so. Once again, I'm Chef Lisa Veg. I am available to teach you more about being veg. And at my booth, I wanted to let everybody know you can enter to win a free private class for up to 4 people. It's valued at $6. Stop by my booth and at least enter, and you can get a private Chef Lisa class. That's pretty good, huh? Yeah, that's pretty good. And so I know I had a question, one more question in the back.
I was just going to say, what was the impetus for you to change your regular chef cooking to vegan chef? Like your personal.
Sure. Well, Dr. Will Tuttle, who's one of the speakers here today, he is a brilliant man, and he helped present how the ethics of it, and wanting to have more serenity and peace in my life. But it was the late John Robbins who said, how can you call one animal your pet and the other animal your food? And I love my dog. I love my dog. My dog eats pumpkin. I eat pumpkin. So that really made me think about what I'm doing. And also, I prayed about it, and I was like, you know, he said every single one of us has a purpose in life. And I already have my master's in helping persons with disabilities, but I'm like, what else can I do to help people? And I was led to create recipes and become a vegucator and become a chef, and there's no looking back. And if you want to be a vegucator, I'll help you to be a vegucator. I'm going to be 60 in a few months, and in the last 2 years, I've gone through 7 surgeries. If I was eating the standard American diet, I wouldn't be here with you today. And this type of eating, the doctors wanted to declare me permanently disabled, but God had a different plan for me, and I am grateful for all of you. And I want to know who loves pumpkin the most in this audience. In the back, you get a free pumpkin! Woohoo! Pumpkin! So you cook this, and it is full of love. All right? It's an edible pumpkin. Thank you. Thank you, Melissa. Thank you. And if you, yes, come see me at my booth. If you need to take a photo, there's 2 photos here.
You might have some extra copies if they need it, some people that don't have the capability to take a picture.
Yeah.
Okay. Someone was in the audience asked that.
Sure.
They said, come visit your booth.
Yeah, come visit my booth. I can get you a recipe. Oh yes, they're wonderful. Yes, wonderful. Hi, Tara. Oh my gosh, it's been so long. Yes. Yes. There, I'll move this out of the way. There you go. Okay. Thank you, everybody, so much.
This was really great. Thank you.
Yes. It's fun. You all got food? You liked it all? Oh, wonderful. Wonderful.
Do either of them make
Upstairs.
low or
Here,
no
Melissa,
no salt?
take this. Yeah, they make low sodium ones too. I used up all my low sodium, so I